Hey guys, JJ here, and I was just informed that there was actually an exclusive interview with the director of the upcoming Resident Evil movie on IGN. With that being said, let's check it out together.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna take a quick break, but first, here's Lucy O'Brien, who's gonna try to ask Resident Evil movie reboot director Johannes Roberts as many questions as she possibly can in 60 seconds, plus a very special announcement. Let's take a look.
Okay, it's a director.
Hello, I am here with Johannes Roberts, director of the upcoming Resident Evil movie for Sony Pictures. Johannes, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions and you have to answer them in 60 seconds. Let's go. Does the story pick up on game 1 and move into game 2, or do the events happen more or less concurrently during one night?
It happens over one night in Raccoon City.
How closely are you sticking to the story beats of the first and second games?
Fans will recognise a lot from the first and second games, whilst there's a lot of fresh and new stuff in there as well.
Can we expect to see some of the fan favourite Resident Evil creatures in this film?
Yes, you can expect to see a lot of them.
Good.
We know this movie will feature the mansion. Will the police station feature as well?
Yes.
Police station will feature very heavily, yes.
Is this film set in 1998? And if so, do the 90s play a role in this movie?
It is in 98, and yes, the 90s do play a role.
Who would you say is the protagonist in this movie out of Jill, Chris, Claire, and Leon?
It's very much an ensemble piece.
What is the official name of the Resident Evil movie?
It is Welcome to Raccoon City.
Ooh. Okay. All right, let's recap that real quick.
Does the story pick up on game 1 and move into game 2, or do the events happen more or less concurrently during one night?
It happens over one night in Raccoon City.
Okay, so he didn't really elaborate too much on that. The movie happens during one night in Raccoon City, but we know from screenshots we got from people that were on set that it does feature the Spencer Mansion and the RPD and Raccoon City. So we know we're going to see the Spencer Mansion. I doubt it's going to take place on that night, so I still think that we're going to be getting flashbacks to what happened at the Spencer Mansion. Okay, moving on.
How closely are you sticking to the story beats of the first and second games?
Fans will recognise a lot from the first and second games, whilst there's a lot of fresh and new stuff in there as well.
Okay, so we're going to be getting a similar story. We're going to recognize a lot of it, but it's going to be changed for movie format. And that's happened with a ton of other adaptations before. I expected that. But fans are going to recognize a lot. That's good.
Can we expect to see some of the fan favourite Resident Evil creatures in this film?
Yes, you can expect to see a lot of them.
All right, judging by some of the pictures, we got some big scratch marks in police vehicles. So I'm assuming we're going to see lickers. We know we're going to see zombies. I'm very curious to see if we're going to see Mr. X or William Birkin, any of the creatures from the Resident Evil 2 original or the Resident Evil 2 remake. So that's good to know. There's going to be a lot of different creatures in this.
We know this movie will feature the mansion. Will the police station feature as well?
Police station will feature very heavily, yes.
Expected, but awesome. Okay.
Is this film set in 1998? And if so, do the 90s play a role in this movie?
It is in 98, and yes, the 90s do play a role.
That's very good to know. Keep it in the same time frame. The 90s fits with the original Resident Evil games. I like that.
Who would you say is the protagonist in this movie out of Jill, Chris, Claire, and Leon?
It's very much an ensemble piece.
Okay, and as I said, it's not gonna focus on any of them in particular, but it's going to be a story told through all of their eyes, which is interesting. I'm curious to see how that's gonna play out.
What is the official name of the Resident Evil movie?
It is Welcome to Raccoon City.
Okay, and there's the name, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It's that when I first heard that, I was like, okay, that sounds good. That's growing on me. I like that. Welcome to Raccoon City. Badass. All right, that's all we got. It's it there. Okay, so that was a really quick interview, but like I said, it's more than we've gotten on the movie in quite a while, and that is supposed to drop September 3rd of this year. So I'm extremely excited for that. When they first announced that there was a Resident Evil movie reboot, I was a little skeptical because we've kind of been burned with the Paul W.S. Anderson movies, but when I started seeing images surface and how accurate it was to the Resident Evil games we know and love, I started getting excited. I'm not going to lie. As a kid, this is what I always wanted, was a retelling of 1, 2, or 3 in live action. And it looks like they're doing that. Everything I've seen looks very faithful. So I'm super excited for this movie, but I'm curious to know, what did you guys think about this really quick, short 1-minute interview with IGN and the director of the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? Are you guys excited for this movie? What are you looking forward to most seeing from this movie? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe for all the latest Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City news. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon supported channel and also supported by our YouTube members. So if you'd like to become a member, click that join button down below, unlock access to custom badges, emojis to use in chat, and exclusive live streams. Huge shout out to our sponsor, GFUEL. If you'd like a healthy alternative to energy drinks that doesn't give you the crash or jitters, check out GFUEL and make sure to use code ROE at checkout to get a discount. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.